Hey, what is going on, all you YouTube maniacs? This is Mr. Spade here, and we are back with some more zombie gameplay. This time we're playing Shinonuma, and we're gonna do this entire gameplay, all 27 rounds, split up into parts. So I'm gonna use each part for a different commentary topic, and it's kind of like a live commentary, except for the fact that it's all recorded after the fact. But it is the same in the fact that it is all in progression, one part after another. So that's what I'm gonna do with this zombie gameplay, so I don't have to show you guys the same different gameplay every single time. You guys can just see the entire thing, and then I don't have to play a whole bunch of zombies for a little while, because as you may or may not know, school is coming up soon for me, and I'm going to be pretty darn busy, which is the reason why I haven't been able to do as many Easter eggs as I wanted to. I'm trying to get that zombie Easter egg marathon done, but it's a little bit tricky to do as I am getting closer to school, and I do have a lot of work that I have to do right now for my job and for schoolwork. So that's unfortunate, but I will be continuing the Zombie Moon Easter egg marathon throughout this week. I'll probably get some games in, probably 1 or 2 a night or something like that. I do have to work after work. I do have to do it after work though, so if I don't get some of you UK people in because it's not earlier in the day, I apologize for that, but you guys will either have to stay up early in the morning, wake up early in the morning, or go to bed really late at night. So this commentary I'm doing a little bit different. You'll notice that I've already made a few mistakes in the way I'm talking, but I'm gonna do this all on the first take. I don't want to have to retake this at all, and the reason is because I want this to be as much from the heart and my pure opinions as possible, and not the edited out version. Something tragic really happened today in my family, and I want you guys to sort of feel my deepest thoughts of it as much as I can, my purest thoughts and my purest opinions on it, and not have the edited version, which I usually give you guys. So what we're gonna do here is we're not gonna retake anything. This is the very first take, the very fresh cut take, and that's the way we're gonna do this commentary. So today was a very shitty day. I was just playing some Easter egg stuff. I thought it was going to be a pretty fun day. I thought I was going to get probably about 5 Easter eggs done. I only ended up getting 1 done, I think, today. And the reason is because something kind of came up in the middle of the day that I was not expecting at all. And I was just playing some Easter eggs, and my dad, he got a phone call today, and I didn't think much of it. And I looked up like 10 minutes later, and he was still on the phone, and my mom was in tears. So I was just thinking, okay, something is wrong. Something's got to be wrong. My mom does not cry very well. She does cry, but not easily. She doesn't cry easily, and something has to be wrong for her to be crying and my dad to be on the phone for that long, as he's not a very talkative person on the phone. Kind of like me, actually. I'm not a very talkative person on the phone. But anyways, so I paused the zombie game, got the crawler away from me, and I was just like, what's wrong? What's wrong, guys? Apparently what happened was my brother's friend had committed suicide earlier this morning. So, God, that was really something tragic, and I was not expecting it, and my brother was not expecting it, and my brother's friends were not expecting it, and the guy's mom and dad were not expecting it. It was a very big shock to hear that this guy had committed suicide, as this guy I heard was a fairly happy guy. I don't really know him that well, as I was not a very good friend of his. My brother was, but he is in a bit of a bad state to talk right now, so I'm not going to do a dual comm or anything with him. So yeah, he was apparently a pretty happy person. He had his life going for him. He was almost done high school. He was fairly intelligent from what I hear. He was in the Air Force, and he was going to be a pilot soon for the Canadian Air Force, and that was pretty cool, actually. He was very excited about that, and he had a lot going for him. He was a very happy person from what I hear, and he was well loved by his parents, even though they were divorced, and he was well loved by his friends. They had a big group of friends. They all hung out all the time. They were all at each other's houses, going out watching movies, stuff like that, and it was a pretty good group from what I can tell. But for some reason he just committed suicide, and we're not sure why. We're not sure what caused it, but it just really made me think how much you can lose so easily, and how much life you can just give away so easily. Like one slip of a blade, one little car accident, one person running a red light, anything, you can die fairly easily, and it's not that hard. But it really surprises you when someone close to you, so young, at age 17, chooses to take their own life. They're not forced to take their own life like my grandfather was a year ago, where he died of cancer. He was forced to lose his life. He was not given the option. He was told, okay, you are going to die, and that is something that you have to accept eventually. But someone actually saying, okay, I'm going to die now, that is something that is a little bit harder to take, I think, and it's harder on me even. And I didn't even know the guy that well, and I knew my grandfather pretty well, and I didn't even take his death as hard as I'm taking this, because I think it's the reason is because he didn't choose to die, my grandfather, as where this guy, he chose to commit suicide. He chose that his life was not worth living. He chose that the people around him would not miss him if he was gone. I don't know if that was his intent, but by committing suicide, that's pretty much what you're saying, is that the people around you will not care if you are gone. And let me tell you right now, guys, if you're not going to take anything away from this commentary, take this away. If you die, the people around you will miss you. If you go away, the people around you will miss you. There's a big empty gap where you will be. Anyone that you have ever interacted with, anyone at all, when you decide that you are not going to live anymore and you pass away, anyone who you have sort of impacted or interacted with, there will be a big empty void in their chest. And trust me, I felt this void. It sucks. It's not great. It's like a huge sorrow, and someone is pressing a huge weight on your chest that you can't lift. And it sucks. It really does suck, and there's nothing you can do to fill that void. It's like trying to fill a square hole with a circular peg. It doesn't work. It just plain and simple does not work. You cannot be replaced. A life cannot be replaced with another life. You can't just go down to the corner store and say, hey, I want a new son now, or hey, I want a new grandfather now because they passed away. No, you can't do that, guys. So you really do need to realize that you are the only you. You cannot be replaced. Your parents will miss you. Your siblings will miss you. Your friends will miss you. Anyone who cares about you and you care about them, they will miss you, and they will feel great sorrow in their heart. And that is why I am not a fan of suicide, because they are choosing to create that void, that emptiness in everyone's heart, and I don't agree with that. They are choosing to harm people by harming themselves, and it's not something I approve of, and I do not agree with suicide at all. There are some people who do agree with it, and some people who completely sympathize, and yes, I can sympathize with those people who feel as though that they are not worthy of life. But let me tell you right now, everybody is worthy of life. Everybody is worthy of the chance of life. Everyone is worthy of the chance to have a good life. Everyone is not necessarily given that chance, but it does not mean that they are not worthy of it. And this guy, he was definitely worthy of it. He was a great person. I have interacted with him before, and from what I can tell, he was an outstanding person, and he deserved to have life. And the fact that he thought that he didn't really kind of saddened me, because he obviously did not. I don't know why he didn't think he didn't deserve to live, but I can definitely tell you now that he did. He deserved to live, and he will be missed, I am sure, by many people, including myself, even though I didn't know him that well. He was a very big influence at the school that I go to, and it really does suck, death. Let me tell you that right now. It sucks. It really sucks a lot. And I know you guys have all experienced this probably at some point in your life. Someone you know, or someone you loved that has gone away, and it's terrible. Especially with suicide, guys. One of my friends actually, last year, he almost committed suicide, and he went to a mental hospital for about a month or so. But he said the greatest thing that he took away from that was communicating with the people you love, telling them what's going on, why you're feeling depressed, why you don't feel as though you need to live. He said that's the most important thing, and lack of communication can lead to you feeling as though you're in a hole and you're walled up away from everyone else, and no one cares about you, which is not true at all, guys. You just need to look for it. Honestly, there will be someone who cares about you. I am sure of it, whether it be a grandparent, whether it be a teacher, whether it be a role model, whether it be your parents, whether it be a sibling, whether it be just a really, really good friend. There is someone out there who cares for you. And unfortunately, there are some people who do need to look harder than others to find that person who cares about you, but there is someone out there who cares about you, and you, I'm sure, care about someone else. So, guys, don't take your life. That's pretty much what I'm talking about right now, and it really does create a great sorrow and a great void of emptiness, and it's terrible. It really is. And guys, if you didn't like this commentary, if you found that I was ranting too much, so be it. I don't really give a damn. I just need to talk about my feelings about this whole subject, and I can totally sympathize with the people who are going through depression and stuff like that, because I've gone through gray areas of sadness before, but never before have I actually considered taking my life. Honestly, I could not leave behind the people that I love. I have too much to live for, too much to strive for. I have goals, I have interests, I have achievements that I want to complete, which are goals. see what happens when I do it all on the first take? I mess it up. But yeah, I have stuff that I want to live for, and I know that this guy had stuff that he wanted to live for too, and unfortunately he was just at a really bad time, and he just had a really bad opportunity that he took, and it ended up costing him his life, and it's unfortunate. It's really sad. And I know, guys, this is sort of a sad topic, but I've been in a sad mood, and I just wanted to get these feelings off my chest and let you guys know where I'm at with sort of like death in life. It really made me appreciate how much I have, and how many people love me and care for me in this life. And this whole episode has sort of made me realize that, and how much I do have to live for, and how much I'd be giving away if I decided, like this guy, that I was going to commit suicide. And I think that you guys should take a look at yourself too as well, and see how much you need to live for, how much you want to live, how much you have to live for, sorry, how much you have to live for, and how many people love you and care for you, and your interests and goals, what you want to achieve in life, all that sort of stuff. So I think I'm going to end this commentary here. This is a pretty serious topic. I want to leave you guys on a kind of an interesting note, so take a look at this little clip that I got in Moon in a second. It's this astronaut from those zombie astronaut bosses, and he's doing some weird funky moonwalk. I just want you guys to take a look at this. It's kind of funny, and I'll leave you off with this clip. I'll see you later, and I'm out. Peace.
Look how they crumble. Practice clearly makes perfect. Obliteration is Takeo's middle name. You dare touch Takeo!